Hi, I'm James Brown. I'm the owner of Brown's Hotel, Restaurant and Bar. We've been here for 10 years. Dartmouth is a small town, has a relatively small population of people, but has a set of shops and a set of restaurants that can service a much bigger community of people. So to keep the number of shops, the number of restaurants, the number of B&Bs open in Dartmouth, we need to have a steady year-round stream of people, and that's midweek and out of season, to the town, buying everything that the town has to offer. There aren't enough locals to support the number of shops that we've got. If we only had locals, you would have half as many shops, the rest of them would be boarded up. Now, we're very fortunate in Dartmouth in having a very beautiful location. We've got associations with the Naval College, we're quite close to Torbay. Having said that, most people, I would say 95% of people, visit Dartmouth with really a very simplistic view about what they're going to do in Dartmouth. They're basically going to arrive and walk up and down the embankment and leave. There are some wonderful businesses in Dartmouth. There's a great deal that you can buy in Dartmouth that you can't necessarily buy on many high streets. Most of the shops are owned by the people selling to you. There's a lot of individuality in the town, but most of the people visiting the town, they have no preparation for this at all. So they turn up to look at the views and discover a town with shops, but then they leave. One of the big issues for Dartmouth is to get, it's not so much the amount of people coming to Dartmouth, but those that come to Dartmouth need to understand the full extent of what's available in Dartmouth before they come to Dartmouth. If they've come down on holiday and they know we've got lots of shops or particular types of shops or lifestyle shops or clothes shops, they know they can bring some of that money to Dartmouth. They know that they're going to find 5 shops that sell handbags. You know, there's going to be lots and lots of galleries, so they'll be able to buy a present or a lifestyle present. I sell as much wine to locals as I do actually in my restaurant and bar. I'm surrounded by holiday homes and I'm surrounded by holiday lettings businesses. I have a very nice selection of wine. Very simplistically, it's very difficult for me to persuade people who are only here for a very short period of time to come into Brown's and to buy wine to take home, because they don't expect restaurants to do that. But I offer this. We've got lots of people who come to Dartmouth 2 or 3 times a year, every second year. People have their different cycle, and then you have lots of people who are coming for the first time. The South Hams is surrounded by, I mean, there must be thousands of holiday lettings businesses, and then we've got Torbay, Brixham and Paignton, which are well, they're big conurbations relative to Dartmouth. And what a virtual Dartmouth presence would allow you to do would be to describe the range of services and products that are available in Dartmouth, and most importantly to differentiate those services by imposing some of the personality of the people that sell the product. So it's an independent shop and a real owner, as opposed to this is just another high street shop, you know, 50 of them, 200 of them around the country. And we have 1 or 2 of national chains, but we have an awful lot of independents. And it's almost impossible for you have to go to 3 or 4 different websites. None of the websites really embrace blogging and Twitter. Lots of the shops don't really have online presences, or if they are, they're very sort of standalone. There's no way of integrating the total experience. So if you want, you know, if you're obsessive and you know what you want, you might, if you go to 3 or 4 different websites, find what you want. But there's no way of going to an overarching website and making a search and saying, you know, I want to buy wine, or I want to buy, you know, are there any delis? It's impossible to find. So a virtual town centre would be an invaluable way of people preparing for the town to, you know, dress itself up and show its personality and its diversity. And for people, you know, if you're coming away for an autumn break, most people are beginning to think about Christmas shopping. Well, why not do some Christmas shopping in Dartmouth when you're taking a break in October and November? If you knew if there was a certainty that there were 5 shoe shops in Dartmouth, most girls would say, do you know, that's enough shoe shops. I reckon I stand a good chance of buying a pair of shoes. If I think there's just one shoe shop in town, that's not enough. And we've got lots of lifestyle shops, lots of, I mean, just a good range of shops in different income brackets, serving different socio-economic needs, if you like. And if we were able to present that picture, it would probably increase the spend dramatically. I mean, many of my hotel guests leave with lots and lots of bags. They spend a great deal of money in Dartmouth. All of the newsletters that we send out to our guests are always reminding them about the shopping experience in Dartmouth. But that's just me and my community, and it's just one voice. What we want is all of the voices in Dartmouth shouting in the same direction. And a virtual town, a virtual website, bringing it all together would be one way of doing that. But it does need to integrate things like blogs. It's got to have news bulletins.